This chilling footage comes from a woman in France named Rosanna, a name that might sound familiar to some of you. She's appeared in a previous story. And now she returns with a terror even more real. Back then, she believed she had found her dream home. But that house turned out to be a living nightmare. From the very first step she took inside, something felt off. The walls seemed to whisper. A coldness crept through the air even when the sun was shining outside. Rosanna realized this place wasn't just a house. It was a trap. No matter how many times she tried to leave, something always pulled her back, as if the house itself refused to let her go. Then on the night of May 7th, 2025, strange sounds echoed from the children's playroom. The hallway was dark, still, but the sounds were all too real. With trembling hands, Rosanna grabbed her phone and started recording. What the lens captured wasn't just some ordinary disturbance. It was a nightmare, one that had come to life. The toys began to move on their own, sliding in and out of the room as if something invisible was playing with them. Holding her breath, Rosanna slowly stepped inside. The room was empty. Silent, not a single soul in sight. But in the reflection of the window, something appeared. Someone or something was standing right behind her. She quickly turned the camera, but all she found was emptiness. Rosanna swears this wasn't the first time. These strange disturbances have become a part of her daily life. And to this day, she remains trapped in a legal battle that keeps her from leaving the house. She wants to escape, but it's as if the house won't let her go. Now, one chilling question remains. What exactly is living with Rosanna? A restless spirit? Something from another dimension? Or a dark entity that never wanted humans there to begin with? One thing is certain, the terror hasn't ended, and the mystery still lives on. A man named Tristan runs a TikTok account dedicated entirely to documenting the terrifying paranormal events that have haunted him for the past 2 years. Whenever he's alone in his apartment, he often hears strange and unsettling sounds, like disembodied footsteps echoing around him, along with eerie knocks and bangs that seem to come from deep within the walls. For a while, the disturbances seemed to stop, giving him a false sense of peace. But that calm didn't last long. The silence that once felt comforting slowly turned into fear as Tristan began to hear something far more sinister and disturbing than ever before. A terrifying knock echoed from inside the bathroom, breaking the silence and sending chills down his spine. Without a second thought, he quickly opened the door, only to find an empty room with no signs of life. As he checked to make sure no one was hiding, another knock echoed again. This time from the other bathroom. He rushed to open the second door, only to be greeted by overwhelming darkness and an eerie, unnatural silence. 3 days later, as he lay in bed trying to fall asleep, the calm of the night was shattered by a series of loud bangs that echoed through every corner of his apartment. His heart immediately began to race, with panic and curiosity rising inside him. He grabbed his phone, determined to record whatever was behind the haunting that had been tormenting him. The banging grew louder, wild, urgent, and relentless. Cautiously, he walked down the hallway, glancing into the living room, dining area, and kitchen, only to find them completely empty. A heavy silence hung in the air, thick and unnatural, wrapping the space in an eerie stillness. The scene felt oddly familiar, as if he were living with an invisible roommate. One who had long been dead and cared nothing about disturbing the peace of the living. In the stillness of a chilling midnight, Marty walked slowly down the dark streets of Rosario, Argentina. Suddenly, something unusual in the distance caught his eye. A mix of curiosity and unease washed over him. With trembling hands, he pulled out his phone and began recording. Watch the footage closely. Maybe you'll spot something he didn't.
Estoy caminando por la calle, ¿ves? Y estoy llegando a mi casa. Y ven el árbol, ven allá. ¿Lo ven? Acá. Ahí en el medio. Hay como una figura oscura. Me llamó muchísimo la atención de la cuadra anterior, creo que. Mi casa está acá a la vuelta. No hay nada. Uy.
While walking home on a quiet night, his eyes suddenly caught a shadowy figure darting by before vanishing into the darkness. Driven by curiosity, he approached the tree where the figure had appeared. But to his shock, a chilling, disembodied scream pierced the silence of the night. Although deeply unsettled, he chose to head home and tried to calm himself down. But the following night, that uneasy peace was shattered once again. This time by strange, echoing sounds coming from outside his house, planting a growing sense of fear that he could no longer ignore.
Estoy sintiendo hace un rato ruido acá atrás. Y no sé qué mierda es. Esto es re oscuro. Hey, hola. Hey. Concha de tu madre. ¿Qué carajo es eso? Ah, una sombra ahí. Uf, veo cosas por todos lados. Este es un cuarto, una casa, la casa de acá atrás es como un cuarto de que guardamos cosas, pero estoy sintiendo como un golpeteo. Bueno, no, nada. ¡Ey! Puta madre. Todo el tiempo ruido, todo el tiempo ruido.
Ven.
No.
A terrifying scream echoed through the pitch-black night, making his heart skip a beat in a panic. He quickly opened the door and rushed inside, hoping to find safety from the mysterious presence that seemed to be watching him. But instead of comfort, an even deeper sense of dread began to set in. As the night grew darker, strange sounds started creeping from every corner of the house, almost as if whatever had been lurking outside had now found its way in, silently following him from the shadows.
¿Se escucha el ruido? Acá está la habitación de mi hija. Puta madre. ¡Ey! Uy, se siente re fría esta habitación. ¿Qué carajo? El ruido viene de acá adentro, me parece. Concha de tu madre, la concha de tu madre. Otra vez, ¿ves? Ruido acá adentro. ¿Qué onda?
Paranormal activity began to unfold inside the house, but the strangest thing Matias found was a mysterious dome hidden behind a cupboard. Living alone, he mentioned that his daughter was far away with her mother, which might explain why he felt connected to the empty room. Suddenly, the lights flickered, plunging the entire house into complete darkness. Eerie sounds echoed once again, shattering the silence of the night with relentless terror. Strange, chilling sounds seemed to come from deep inside the closet, but when checked, all that was found was a small, unsettling toy. Not long after, just a few nights later, something even more terrifying began to unfold.
Otra vez ruido en la pieza de mi hija. Podrido de los sonidos, de los ruidos. Paren un poco, viejo. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué es eso? La concha. Yo había apagado la luz ahí. Oh, esto me da muchísimo miedo.
The door handle shook violently before the door, suddenly swung open and slammed shut with a chilling bang. Fear instantly gripped Matias, freezing him in place, hesitant to enter the room. He finally decided to leave the house for the night. But as he stepped outside, something moving in the darkness caught his eye.
Otra vez, los ruidos en el patio, otra vez. Yo no sé si... O esa es Sansa, pero... Esa mi perra tiene un cono, pero... Se escucha algo raro, ¿eh? Uy, uy, uy. No, 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 no.
A chilling hiss echoed through the air as a dark figure emerged from the shadows. Strikingly similar to the silhouette he had seen a few nights before near the tree. A creeping fear washed over him as he realized something had latched onto him and was following him home. Until he uncovers the truth, this mysterious shadow continues to haunt the deep silence of the night. This footage was captured in Birch Bay, Washington, an area widely known for frequent sightings of a mysterious creature believed to be Bigfoot. The footage begins with the distinct sound of snapping branches, hinting at movement deep within the trees. Moments later, a large creature emerges from the left side of the screen, walking upright on two legs like a human. Its towering figure and calm, steady movements immediately draw attention, seemingly unaware of, or perhaps indifferent to, the camera recording it. The creature crosses the frame with smooth, confident strides before disappearing into the thick forest. Given its massive size and bipedal gait, many believe this to be a sighting of the legendary Bigfoot. Even more surprising, the owner of the trail where the footage was captured reported that 4 surveillance cameras mysteriously went missing just days after the incident. He suspects that the mysterious creature may have had something to do with their disappearance. The event has sparked a wave of speculation and debate. While some search for alternative explanations, the majority still lean toward the belief that this video could be genuine evidence of Bigfoot's existence. This video showcases the chilling experience of a user named McPick, who has long been haunted by paranormal activity in his home. Although the disturbances occasionally fade, they always return. One night, while he was home alone, the eerie phenomena suddenly started again. What made the moment truly spine-tingling was the sound he heard coming from the upper floor. It was his own voice, as if something was mimicking him.
I am home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking. And there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away! Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's... I'm giving you one chance to leave. I know what you're doing. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now. Yeah, I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you? Are you in here? This again. Okay. All right. If you're going to play these games all night, I'm not going to play. I'm not doing this. And now I hear the bathroom water on. Good grief. Get out.
Without anyone touching it, the door suddenly shut on its own, accompanied by a strange sound that eerily resembled his own voice echoing throughout the room. Moments later, a faint shadow passed in front of the doorway, adding to the unsettling feeling that something unseen was watching. But when he checked, there was no sign of anyone or anything being there. Everything appeared completely normal. Almost too normal. So was this a genuine supernatural encounter? Or just a carefully crafted illusion? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Several nurses claim to have captured mysterious and unexplained phenomena on camera. The footage was recorded by a staff member who usually films lighthearted and funny moments at work. But this time, the result was very different and left a lasting impression. Although there are many other videos showing the staff having fun, this particular video has sparked confusion and curiosity. On November 14, 2023, Jenna Doru heard the voice of a child coming from an unseen source. Since children are never present at the clinic, Jenna found the sound very strange. Quickly, she took out her phone and recorded the incident live.
I mean, that was clear though. Like, that was super clear.
Here it goes again.
That was super clear.
Here it goes again.
You think it's funny? This is yeah. Stop it. And then the freaking phone rings.
Inside the clinic, a faint voice can be heard coming from an uncertain location. The voice clearly sounds like that of a young child speaking. However, it's not just meaningless babbling. The voice actually seems to respond and engage in a coherent conversation with the staff, answering their questions clearly and calmly. The peculiarity is compounded by the subsequent video footage, which was recorded just days prior to the incident by another employee.
Do it again. Fuck, I'm shaking. Jesus Christ. Come on. You can do it. Move it. Come on, move it. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Stop. Stop. Move it. Come on. Can you knock it down? You can knock it down. Come on. Y'all, come on. Y'all, that box is fucking moving. I can't even fucking say this. Come on. Stop. Nope. 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 We're done. We're done.
Suddenly, a box began to shift slowly without any logical explanation, almost as if an unseen force was gently pushing it toward the edge. Those who witnessed the movement fell silent, then instinctively stepped back, their faces filled with shock and confusion. The atmosphere grew even more unsettling when a faint child's voice was heard in the background, deepening the suspicion that something unusual was happening. Some staff members have started to believe that the clinic might be home to an invisible presence. A few even speculate that the spirit of a child could be lingering there. While the footage doesn't offer solid proof, it raises enough questions to spark debate. What do you think? Is this a real paranormal event or just a strange coincidence? Share your thoughts in the comments. This video comes from a man named Marcio Palmer. At first, life was peaceful for Marcio. He lived alone with his two beloved cats, enjoying the quiet without any disturbances. But that peace slowly began to fade when strange noises started echoing throughout his home. One day, while casually playing with his cats, he was startled by the sound of a cup crashing in the kitchen. Rushing to check, he found the room completely empty. No sign of anyone. Later that night, while trying to relax and watch Netflix, something unexpected happened that sent chills down his spine.
Ciao, sono Elisa e sto andando dai miei tre ragazzi.
His bedroom door, which he always leaves wide open, suddenly slammed shut with a force that felt anything but natural. When he returned to the living room, the lights began to flicker and shake on their own, with no clear reason. Trying to stay calm, Marcio sat back down and attempted to continue watching his movie. But instead of stopping, the eerie disturbances only grew more intense. A few seconds after the shocking event, The disturbances grew more intense with each passing minute, but despite the rising tension, he boldly kept recording everything. Objects seemed to move on their own, doors slammed shut by themselves, and mysterious knocking sounds echoed throughout the house. Now Marcio is convinced that living alone was a mistake, and you should never be alone, because bad things can happen at any time. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Some people still believe in black magic and dark witchcraft, thinking they can influence or even harm others through mystical means. Recently, a video went viral online, supposedly showing someone who fell victim to such practices. Now that person is acting strange, wild like an animal, or maybe something even more terrifying. Watch closely.
Así en cuatro patas corrió desde mi barrio hasta la forma. Atravesó el río para la chuchada, ya ves, oye la ladradera de la chuchada donde venía el verde. The man moves in strange, twisted ways, making wild sounds that don't resemble any human or animal. Is he just someone under the influence of drugs and trapped in a cage? Or is there something darker going on? Let me know what you think. On February 6, 2025, Valeria and her boyfriend Diego decided to spend the night at the Colima Hotel, a historic building in Mexico, long known by locals as one of the most haunted places in the area, due to its dark past as a former hospital. Hoping to capture proof of the supernatural, they brought a camera and attempted to make contact with restless spirits or dark entities believed to still roam the hotel's eerie hallways. But what they ended up recording was far more terrifying than they ever imagined.
Llamadas de terror a las 3 de la mañana. Estamos en un hotel que supuestamente hay espíritus.
Se supone que aquí era un hospital antes.
Así que pueden pasar cosas. Continuamos con la llamada. Le estamos marcando otra vez. Bueno. ¿Te podemos ayudar en algo? ¿Ocupas ayuda? ¿Quién eres?
¿Qué pido, Valeria? ¡Cuélgale!
Le empezó a decir el nombre de Diego, creo.
Vale, ya.
No. Cierra, güey, neta, cierra. Cierra. Uy, no, túmbate el rollo, están marcando eso. Uy, güey, tengo miedo.
Suddenly, the lights in the hotel began flickering in a disturbing way, creating a tense and eerie atmosphere. Moments later, a loud, violent banging slammed against their room door. When Valeria and Diego opened their room door, all they found was an empty, silent hallway filled with tension. There was no sign of life, only a chilling silence that made their skin crawl. They sat down, trying to calm their racing hearts, unaware that the real horror was just beginning to close in.
Oigan, no sabemos qué pasó. Literalmente, Diego y yo estamos solos en el cuarto. De madrugada no hay manera en la que haya sido otra cosa.
No.
Güey, nos están pasando cosas muy raras.
Ya apaga eso, vale.
Vamos a literal salir al pasillo porque están tocándonos la puerta horrible y ya tenemos mucho miedo. Vean, o sea, esto está...
Fíjate. Voy a cerrar. Me siento raro, vale.
Los pasillos están...
Vamos a la
no corras, espérate, Diego. O sea, vean los pasillos. Uy, no.
While standing in a deserted corridor, an emergency door terrifyingly slammed shut by itself, clearly captured on tape. Under normal circumstances, that door shouldn't be able to open without triggering the fire safety magnet. Yet just moments later, the heavy fireproof door mysteriously creaked open on its own, prompting them to rush back inside. Diego later claimed he saw a dark, shadowy figure lunging toward him, possibly a real demonic entity. Did Diego unknowingly invite this supernatural presence, risking bringing it home with him? Is this one of the scariest videos on the internet that truly captures paranormal activity? Or just a well-crafted horror story? The Japanese ghost hunting channel, Binu TV, takes viewers on a journey through the darkest and most haunted corners of the country. Paranormal investigator Shoko bravely enters an old, abandoned train station, what he considers the most terrifying place he's ever visited. Once, Higashi Aoyama Station was a busy and vital transportation hub. But disaster struck when an accident inside a tunnel triggered a massive landslide that killed 25 people and severely damaged the railway tracks. The rails were buried under the earth, and a new station was built to replace the old one. Now the haunted old station and its eerie tunnel have been overtaken by a dense, overgrown forest. Locals often share chilling stories about the station's haunted past, believing the spirits of those who died in the tragedy still linger there. Unaware of the horrors that await, Chiru decides to investigate the dark mystery of the haunted station on his own.
マジでさ、こういうとこからこうやって、やっぱこの高さっていうのが怖いけど、どうしてもリアリティだよね。この白線の感じと、 一生来ることのない電車をさ、こうやって待つわけだから。あっ！ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って、本当に怖い。今手になんかついてたって。虫？
Have you ever witnessed this moment? Kyoko emerged from the dark, mysterious tunnel and stepped onto the old, fragile platform. Suddenly, something brushed against his arm, startling him so much that he dropped his flashlight. When he turned around to check, all he saw were dark shadows and eerie silence. Some viewers claim they saw a mysterious hand reaching out to touch Kyoko, while Tew believes it was probably just a small insect passing by. So, what do you think really happened? Could it be one of the restless spirits said to haunt this forgotten train station? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The following video comes from a TikTok account called Dude, My House is Haunted, run by someone who has been experiencing strange and unexplainable events in his home for over 10 years. At first, the disturbances were minor and easy to ignore, allowing him to go about his daily life as usual. But recently, the paranormal activity has become more frequent and increasingly unsettling. Feeling that something wasn't right, he eventually set up cameras around the house to try and capture what was really going on. He believes the presence he's encountering might be the spirit of his late wife, who passed away many years ago. He often finds objects moved without explanation, and has even witnessed items shifting on their own, especially in the kitchen. One of those moments was caught on camera in the following clip.
Well, as you can see, it's morning, guys. This is just a quick update because I got to get to work. But when I got up this morning to get my coffee, I walked into the kitchen and saw this. So I guess you guys were right that activity seems to be picking up, because I have been, doing renovations. I replaced all this stuff, this dishwasher, this stove, the oven hood there. But this morning when I came into the kitchen, I noticed the cabinet was open, and then I noticed this chair. So I checked the Ring video, and it definitely... and the refrigerator's been making a god-awful noise. It used to make another god-awful noise, like the fan bearings were screeching, and it was just such a loud whistle. Sometimes I'd just unplug it. But sometimes I could unplug it and plug it back in, and it would stop doing it. But now it's making this... Whoa! Okay, see, I didn't even move. I wasn't even moving. That's the first time that's happened since the last time. Okay, it's got to be a bed bearing, but I wasn't moving. Look at that. It's closed, and there's nothing on the edge there's nothing on the edge that would, like here on this edge, that would push it out. And there's the magnet clip.
In the kitchen, a chair could be seen moving on its own, sliding and turning without anyone touching it. Suddenly, a mist-like figure appeared and violently hurled the chair across the room. That terrifying moment made him start to doubt whether the entity was really the spirit of his late wife. Not long after, even more disturbing events began to occur, and from that point on, he became convinced whatever it wasn't his wife.
Remember I said I didn't know how I'd react if this thing started touching me? It started walking towards me. I feel a hand on my back. Sorry. It terrified me. I froze. I don't know if my wife is in there, but his people seem stuck. They were all saying, "Help me."
This is what took place just a few hours before the incident happened.
Hey guys, my hall walker is back. I'm gonna go into the hallway and see if I can hear. Sounds like it's down at the end of the hallway. Right back there. Holy f***. That felt like somebody's right standing behind me. Holy fuck. That was somebody right behind me. It felt like their face was right here. Like they were really tall. I was frozen. I couldn't move. Oh. What the fuck? That's not my wife. And that's not Miss Potter. That felt like somebody. really tall.
After feeling the presence of something evil standing behind him and hearing the whispers of tormented souls in pain, he became completely certain that the entity was not his wife. On top of that, he saw the attic door slam shut sharply on its own for no apparent reason. He began to suspect that something terrifying might be living up there, and that perhaps those lost souls were meant to suffer and remain trapped in the attic. I believe this could very well be the case. But what do you all think? Josh, Sean, and Rocky, 3 paranormal investigators from a well-known horror channel, decided to dive into the darkness of Randolph County Asylum, one of the most notoriously haunted places with a chilling past. That night, the tension grew even stronger when Josh chose to explore the asylum alone. Without hesitation, he stepped into a room filled with old, creepy dolls believed to be possessed by restless spirits, and with nerves of steel, he attempted to make contact with the other side.
Are you out in the hallway right now? Miss Uncle said in the hallway. If you're in the hallway, can you come in this room with me, please? Whoa. Okay, I don't know. And it literally looked like a kid stepped out to the doorway. Hello? Who is the kid that I just seen? Can you please hit something for me? I am up here by myself in the dark, so I apologize for being a little scared. The room with the kids' toys is down this way too. Can I see you again, please? Okay, I'm going to try to walk down this hallway. The creepy thing is there's all these rooms. I'm afraid to look in the rooms and see. Hey! Who is that? Oh my God. Okay, I can't go down there.
As Josh attempts to make contact with the unseen, his eyes suddenly catch a glimpse of a mysterious young boy dashing down a dark hallway, clearly captured on camera. Without hesitation, he chases after the figure but finds no one there. Moments later, eerie, otherworldly sounds echo throughout the building, intensifying the already spine-chilling atmosphere. 7 days later, the team returns to the asylum with full ghost hunting gear, determined to prove that what they experienced wasn't just their imagination, but real evidence of paranormal activity.
Sean, come stand over here with one of those cameras. I swear.
Can you make a noise for me?
I hear walking like right behind me.
I thought I heard some walking.
Whoever I hear walking. Did you get pissed if I kicked it across the floor, Rocky?
Yeah. It's not yours, it's the ghost.
I've got a ball over here. Whoever I hear walking, if you can walk up and set that off.
Can you touch my tummy?
It's almost Christmas time.
Do you have a favorite song?
During their 10-second attempt, something truly shocking happened. From behind the door on the right, a faint white figure resembling a ghost briefly peeked out from around the corner before vanishing into thin air. The entire moment was clearly captured on camera. The question is, did they actually record the apparition of a spirit haunting this eerie place? Or could it all just be a cleverly executed illusion? What do you think? Is this one of the scariest ghost sightings ever caught on video? Share your thoughts in the comments. A woman named Olivia lived in an apartment with her boyfriend, and for some time now they've been experiencing strange paranormal activity they just can't explain. Their cat would often act terrified, staring at nothing, and doors would creak open on their own, even when no one was around. One night, Olivia returned home with her boyfriend when they saw something terrifying through their window. A dark, shadowy figure could be seen in the window before it vanished. Olivia and her boyfriend rushed inside, desperate to find out what had been lurking in their home.
Alright guys, we are currently home. We are about to go in. I don't think I've ever been more scared in my life. Don't mind our house, but the blanket is on the floor.
When the couple got inside, they didn't find anyone there, except for a blanket lying on the floor, the same one they had originally hung over the door to cover it.
We've put a black blanket right here just to completely close it off. We want nothing to do with it right now.
The following night, Olivia started hearing knocking sounds coming from the same room, so she began recording, and what she captured was truly terrifying.
Wait! There's legit no one in here, dude. No one is in here.
Something fell, and then the door suddenly slammed shut on its own, startling Olivia. But when she walked in and searched the entire room, she didn't find anyone there. These strange events didn't stop. In fact, they kept happening. And each day, things slowly got worse. Then the very next day, she noticed something else.
Can anyone tell me what this is? Looks like handprints, almost like scraping down our wall. That's the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
Some kind of scratch marks, shaped like handprints, appeared high up on the wall. It was enough to make Olivia believe that something sinister might be living in her home, and that suspicion may have just been confirmed when this happened later that night. Olivia says things have only gotten worse. So is her home truly haunted by something evil? Or is it all just an elaborate trick? You be the judge. Let us know what you think in the comments. Abdullah's journey took him deep into real-life haunted locations. Quiet, eerie places filled with crumbling buildings and strange whispers echoing from the shadows of the night. Drawn by chilling rumors about a ghost-infested village nearby, he packed his gear and followed the trail leading to it. Once there, Abdullah called out into the heavy silence, hoping for some kind of response. What answered him was far more terrifying than anything he could have imagined. A reply from the darkness that made his blood run cold.
Bismillah. لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله يويلي الله بسم الله.
Some people might be quick to assume that the moving bushes and shifting debris were just the work of the wind. But if the breeze was truly strong enough to push around large pieces of wood, wouldn't you expect to hear it howling through the night? And strangely, only certain bushes seemed to move, as if something unseen was choosing exactly where the gusts would go. Frustrated that he hadn't packed a spare pair of pants, he turned to head back toward the building. But his steps froze mid-motion, because what was waiting for him there was far more terrifying than he ever expected.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء.
Did you see it? That eerie, shadowy figure lurking in the doorway. It leans out multiple times, just barely revealing itself. All we can make out is a dark silhouette and a glowing white light. Is that its eye? Or something even more terrifying?
مو طبيعي يا جماعة. مو طبيعي المكان هذا. لا إله إلا الله. يا ويلي. لا إله إلا الله. يا ويلي. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم. لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. أوف. إذا في أحد المكان يطلع.
At this moment, the atmosphere shifted dramatically, as if the entire haunted village had turned against him. The mysterious shadow no longer stayed still but moved, appearing in the building right behind Abdullah. Instead of retreating or running away, he felt compelled to move forward, drawn to an old, nearly collapsed tunnel hidden among the other ruins. Sure enough, of all the places he explored, this tunnel emitted the strongest and most chilling supernatural presence.
ما راح انسحب. أنا ما جيت عشان انسحب. هذا اللي فوق. أنا ما جيت عشان انسحب. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. اخواني اخواتي انا اعتذر منكم. انا اعتذر منكم.
Some people might think this video is fake or staged, but that doesn't explain the loud banging noises, windows slamming shut suddenly, or objects floating and being thrown as if moved by an unseen force. Like many ghost stories, this video leaves us with more questions than answers. In the middle of the night, while working a solo shift, a security guard was startled by strange, otherworldly sounds echoing from the dark and empty lobby. Not wanting her chilling story to be dismissed as a joke by her co-workers the next morning, she quickly grabbed her phone, determined to capture whatever was about to happen. What she recorded might just be one of the most intense and terrifying clips you'll ever see.
Esto lo voy a dejar registrado porque son 16 de diciembre, 11 de la noche. Bueno, mira, esta wea está pasando hace mucho rato y yo acá estoy sola, wea. No hay nadie. Concha tu madre.
In this tense video, a wheelchair suddenly moves on its own, sliding across the floor without anyone touching it. Since when can wheelchairs move by themselves? Or is there a supernatural force behind it? Hospitals are often known as places where mysterious events occur. Watch closely and decide for yourself. Is this truly the work of a ghostly presence? Or just a clever trick by someone hiding off camera? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. In this chilling footage, a woman named Britt is seen standing frozen outside her home. Her face is pale, hands trembling as she tries to hide the panic after coming face to face with something that left her truly terrified.
I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, I have a freaking cemetery in my front yard, which probably doesn't help my cause. But I was just inside, I'm by myself with my dog. She's up in that room upstairs. Josie? Josie? Yeah, she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it. Staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it. I just don't really know what she's staring at, because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
For no apparent reason, Josie, Britt's beloved dog, kept staring intently at a closet inside the house. The closet was empty, still, but Josie's eyes seemed locked onto something invisible. At first, Britt just felt a chill crawl up her spine, but everything changed when Josie began to growl, then bark wildly at the empty space. There was a tension in the air, something Britt couldn't explain. She slowly backed away, hands shaking, and lifted her phone to start recording. Early in the video, there's one detail that sends shivers down your spine. An old cemetery, clearly visible just beyond her front yard. What made it even more unsettling? Britt realized Josie often sat quietly staring at that graveyard. In the same eerie way she stared at the closet. As if something was watching from both places.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
Due to the strange events that kept happening, Britt began to sense a connection she could no longer ignore between her home and the old cemetery right across the street. It was as if her dog could sense something. Something invisible yet undeniably real. But the tension didn't end there. In fact, it grew even more disturbing when Britt revealed a chilling detail about that cemetery. A detail that turned this story into a living nightmare.
So a lot of you guys have also been asking questions about the graveyard. Yes, we do indeed have a graveyard on this property. So this was my grandparents' ranch. And before they passed away, they buried all of their cats right here where you see the little crosses, and it was their wish to be buried right here, just where they were. So that's really all that there's to it, but things have been quite strange lately. Like, for some reason, cows just like come to this area sometimes and like surround it, because we during the day, we leave that gate open.
Britt revealed something strange. A group of cows, none of which belong to her, often wander in from a neighboring ranch and gather right near the cemetery. What's even stranger is that Britt only owns horses, and yet these cows always seem to stand in the exact same spot where Josie usually stares so intensely. Their behavior is eerily similar, still motionless, as if drawn in by something unseen. Something that exists just beyond the veil of our world.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and really breeze around this area, and they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah.
The dog's strange behavior alone was enough to make Britt question everything. But it was the cows that truly convinced her something was seriously wrong. What made it even more bizarre was that this strange pattern of the cows showing up only began in April. That's why Britt started recording as much as she could, afraid it might all disappear and no one would believe her. But the most disturbing moment came late one night when a food delivery arrived at her house. And Britt's camera captured something far more unsettling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this location is outside, no here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You the cow?
I'm scared. There's a cow.
They're actually not mine. I don't know. It wasn't showing up.
What is it?
Hi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like Are you for real right now?
While stepping inside her house to turn off the alarm, which had gone off for no apparent reason, Britt suddenly felt a strong tug on her shirt. The footage shows her dropping the food and running out in pure fear. According to Britt, it felt exactly like someone had yanked her sleeve with full force, even though no one else was there. Terrified, she decided to sleep in her RV until her family returned from their trip. Alone, scared and overwhelmed, Britt couldn't shake the feeling that her property was cursed or haunted. Between the mysterious tug, her dog's frantic barking, and the strange behavior of nearby animals, Britt is convinced the cemetery holds some kind of dark energy. Whether it's something paranormal or just deeply unsettling, the string of creepy events has left viewers thoroughly disturbed. Even though there haven't been any new updates, the footage already shared continues to spark questions. What's really happening at Britt's home? For now, it remains a chilling mystery and with no clear answers. A man named Bambo was hiking alone deep in the forest, a place widely known as one of the most haunted woods, filled with chilling rumors and long-standing urban legends. In the middle of his hike, he noticed something strange. The natural sounds of the forest suddenly vanished, as if the entire area had gone silent. A creeping sensation that something or someone was following him began to take hold, causing his anxiety to rise. Feeling uneasy and suspecting that something wasn't right, Bambo decided to start recording his surroundings. What his camera captured next was truly shocking.
Hola, me encuentro en el Pocomo State Forest, en Maryland. Este es uno de los bosques más embrujados de Maryland. Llevo 25 minutos adentrándome aquí en el bosque. No he sentido así una sensación muy rara, pero algo hay aquí, porque nomás de repente es un silencio total. ¿Oyeron? ¿Oyeron? Bueno, espero hayan escuchado, pero les digo, sí hay sensación. Es una sensación rara aquí en este Pocomo State Forest, que han sucedido muchas cosas. Asesinatos, desapariciones. Bueno, ahí si desaparezco ya saben dónde estoy, en el Pocomo State Forest.
Suddenly a sound came from behind him, growing closer. But when he quickly turned around to look, there was nothing there.
¿Oyeron?
Finding no one around who might have been following him, Bambo decided it was best to leave the area before things took a darker turn. After all, Maryland is known for its many haunted forests, including the infamous Black Hills Forest from the Blair Witch Project. Perhaps something otherworldly was watching him, or maybe it was just a wild animal. But in the end, you be the judge. This footage comes from a group of close friends enjoying their vacation in Spain. Everything seemed normal, until they stepped into an old elevator. One by one, the floor numbers lit up, and the elevator kept rising, heading toward the 16th floor.
Alright, so it's been doing this for a minute, and there's nothing out there. Are we too heavy? You're too heavy. Ah, yeah, Sergio, ascensor Man, you need to hit that gym.
Mr. Dad. 1888 kilogram. What's going on?
You wanna
figure
it out?
Yeah.
Alright, no, that did something.
No. Dude, Amarona? I don't know. Leona.
What is going on?
Are we too heavy? Is there someone there? What?
This floor isn't just any floor. It's been under renovation for a long time. And officially, it's off limits to all hotel guests. At first glance, this might seem like a simple technical glitch, just a one-time bizarre malfunction. But wait, several hotel staff have reported the same thing. They swear the elevator sometimes takes people to the 16th floor, a floor that should be dark, empty, and completely inaccessible.
Yo, so this elevator is acting mad weird. We started a few floors up, and
The next day, they used the elevator again, and that's when things took a terrifying turn.
Alright, so the power is out. The backup, yeah, there you go. The backup generator's been coming on and off. We've been having the time of our lives. And yeah, we're like cooking alive.
The elevator came to a sudden stop. No warning then. Total darkness. A power outage had hit the area, and unfortunately they were trapped inside at the worst possible moment. Seconds later, the backup generator kicked in, but instead of bringing relief, the lights began to flicker softly like a heartbeat, slow and unsettling. With no escape, boredom and unease started to creep in. They tried to lighten the mood with jokes and games, but then right in the middle of their nervous laughter, something happened. Something beyond explanation. Something that turned their harmless fun into pure terror.
There you go. I got you.
Oh. Oh, he's cooking something.
What are you doing?
Yep. Yep.
I gotta pee.
Oh, you gotta pee.
It's making my bladder.
I
gotta pee.
You gotta pee.
Well, like a rapper. Go. I gotta pee. I'm holding my bladder.
Yep.
I gotta pee. I don't know what else is going on. I gotta pee. It's making me mad. I like so. I gotta pee. I'm like Bowser.
Guys, this is probably the worst thing anyone's ever done.
Right behind one of them, a small, shadowy figure can be seen, standing still in the corner of the elevator as it continues to rise. None of them noticed it at the time. It wasn't until they watched the footage later that a chilling realization set in. There was something there. Something that clearly wasn't part of their group. After that night, their beliefs shifted. They were sure this wasn't just a glitch or a random coincidence. An unseen presence had joined them in that elevator, and that belief only grew stronger once they finally made it out. Look closely.
We're moving.
Oh. Fine. Thank you.
Where are we going?
Oh, wait. Stop. No. No.
That's the same one as before.
No.
All right.
Strangely, after hours of being trapped without any sign of hope, the elevator suddenly came back to life. No warning, just a low rumble as the machinery slowly began to move. But instead of taking them back down to the lobby, it stopped, right at the 16th floor. The doors creaked open, revealing a hallway drowned in darkness and silence. After being confined for so long, they just wanted out, no matter the cost. But their steps froze as a strange sound echoed from deep within the shadows of that floor. Without waiting to find out what it was, they turned and ran, leaving the darkness behind. Since that night, many believe the shadowy figure caught on camera inside the elevator wasn't there by accident. Some say something on the 16th floor is trying to lure people in. Why? No one knows for sure, and maybe it's better that way. Paolo, Debbie, and Guyan decided to try their luck with the Randonautica app, an app known for leading users to mysterious and often tense locations. This time, their adventure took them to a remote beach where the silence felt strangely unnatural. It was there that they stumbled upon something truly disturbing and spine-chilling.
Il buco 1800 qualcosa.
Ma non mi spavento, che cazzo c'è?
Cosa? Aspetta, fammi solo vedere. 1000. Che dove c'è? Puoi dire cosa? Oh mio Dio.
Ma no.
Ma è una persona?
Ma raga, no, ma sarà un sacchetto?
No, raga, sembra una persona, eh. Raga, c'è una persona lì, eh. Sì, una persona. Non lo so, aspetta. Raga, vi dico di sì. Cazzo è? Dove cazzo è andato?
Te lo giuro che c'era.
Raga, ma non c'è più.
Te lo giuro che c'era una persona lì.
Ah, l'hai vista anche tu?
Ma sì.
Ma siamo sicuri? Perché a me sembrava tipo un sacchetto dell'immondizia.
Gianni, un sacchetto dell'immondizia, non hanno le braccia.
Le braccia?
Le braccia, le ho filmate io, te le faccio vedere adesso. Qua era. Era qua, ragazzi.
Ma fai attenzione, amico.
Ma era qua.
Ma non è che c'è un sacchetto che poi è volato.
Ma infatti quello che ho detto,
è morto
sto quanto
qualcuno.
raccogliamolo.
Paolo, fai attenzione, che non vorrei che muori tu.
Raga, non c'è nessuno.
E se gli ha visto le braccia. Hai visto le braccia? Ma le braccia umane proprio, cioè sicuro di quello che dici?
Io sono quasi sicuro al 100% di aver filmato delle braccia. Posso dirvelo? Delle braccia.
Suddenly, a figure resembling a demon is seen crouching behind the rocks, clearly captured on camera. Paolo cautiously approaches, but his attention is briefly diverted for just a few seconds. When he looks back, the mysterious figure has completely vanished. He immediately checks the spot, only to find nothing but eerie emptiness. Did they actually catch a real ghost or dark entity on camera? Or is this just part of a cleverly crafted horror setup? Watch closely and decide for yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Difficult to explain rationally, a woman named Katie shared that she often hears strange noises around her house late at night. From mysterious knocks with no clear source to eerie sounds that send chills down her spine. Even her dogs began acting strangely, as if they could sense the presence of something not of this world. One night, around 4:30 a.m., Katie woke up to use the bathroom. But while she was inside, she heard a terrifying noise that made her freeze in fear. Without hesitation, she locked herself in, trying to protect herself from whatever might be lurking outside.
Do you hear that? Lord, save me. What the fuck? I'm the only one here, bitch.
A variety of unsettling sounds began to emerge, ranging from faint whistles and soft knocking to eerie, haunting moans. The following night, Katie decided to return to the bathroom around the same time, hoping to uncover what was really going on. This is what she managed to capture.
I want to go out there. I don't even know what to do. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
A shadow passed under the doorway, which could have been one of her dogs. However, the strange sounds and moans she heard clearly didn't sound like any normal animal. Katie was left confused, unsure of what was really happening in her home and uncertain about what to do next. A few minutes later, her dog started acting strangely, whining and restless, as if they sensed something unseen lurking just beyond the door.
Why are you crying? What? Maddie? Maddie? What's the matter? What? Are you okay? What's the matter with you? What?
Yo, I don't even... She's crying at something and there's nothing there. I don't know what's going on right now.
The dogs kept whining and acting strangely for several nights in a row, leaving Katie deeply frightened to the point where she considered moving out of her home. However, nearly 2 months have passed without any news from her, leaving her fate a mystery. Like many similar videos, this footage raises more questions than answers.